about DMCAs, the fake DMCAs claims that take your traffic and visibility away. Why? Because they are still here. You know, I'm fighting them quite a lot. You know, I'm talking about them a lot. You know, I recover a lot of them, and they are still here. A lot of people are hoping, me included, that this is just a very bad phase that Google is facing. However, I don't think so. First time I became aware of DMCAs in 2024, and I was looking at like, OMG, what's happening now? We are in 2026, and this is being weaponized more and more, and it is just an extreme mess. I work with DMCAs a lot, and every week something changes. Every week I learn something new. Every week I discover something in the system that is broken, and Google does not care. Why do I know it? Because I write to Google. I find an issue and I write to them and I follow up till I get an answer back. Sometimes it's AI, sometimes I get to a human, but I don't stop because I want to understand how this could even be. And this video is exactly about that. So if you are getting a lot of these, first of all, you're blessed that Google is telling you there are lumen claims against you, because a lot of times you don't get them. And we talked about it, that lumen is a massive bottleneck, that Google doesn't help you understand what's going on. So yeah, you're getting a lot of these. And now you're scared because you don't know, is my website gone? Is it not? So you need to test, right? And you need to see if they are taken down. If they are delisted and de-indexed and you see this on the bottom of a page, yes, you have been hit by DMCA. Sometimes it could be a real claim, but many times, most of the time, what I'm seeing, it's a fake claim. And the problem is people are asking me, can I prevent this by going in, finding all of my lumen claims and asking Google to act on them by understanding I know about it, and I'm telling Google I didn't steal the content. Can I sort of like prevent being taken down? No. You will just get an email saying our records show that we did not take an action on this URL according to the DMCA Act, which is true because they did not. There is a placeholder in Lumen, and it could be hundreds of those. And Google might start to act one after another. And yeah, this is happening, sort of like you clean up one, another one comes to force. You clean that one, and 12 hours there is another one. It is very disheartening, yet you cannot go and clean up things prior to Google acting upon them because Google cannot reverse an action they did not take. So unfortunately, you need to have a downtime. I don't like it. I think it would be good if we get a chance to review it and sort of discuss with Google upfront, but this is not a possibility. So you cannot counter things found in Lumen just because they are there. Many of them are just there as a placeholder and never are acted on. Some of them are acted on in time. Some of them are acted on immediately. Right now, I'm countering Lumen notices that were submitted yesterday and some that were submitted beginning of April. When Google starts to act on those, very random. I cannot tell you. Sometimes it just does not go through. Now, my biggest problem with all of this, yes, I understand. Somebody might claim you stealing my content. I didn't give you permission. I'll report you to Google. Fine. I had my fun with reporting you. Your pages are down. You recover them. And then that should be the end of it. Because if you get a repetitive attack and you try to submit the same form and you try to tell Google, look, this is gone again according to this DMCA, which is completely different to the previous DMCA notice, they will just tell you, do not submit previously submitted URLs in the future. So they know that these were acted on. They know that this URL was taken down and then you countered it and then they have recovered it and found the content okay. This part is okay. So how come that they are taking the same URL down by different claims 10, 20 times by now? How come you are not allowed to recover it, but the attacker is allowed to attack you, the same URL with the same fake claim, 10 to 20 times, just opening a new Lumen claim? Please, Google, explain. If you know that you already acted on this URL, which you already know because you sent us an email, How cannot you stop the claim? You already found that content on that URL to be original and good, and you told us, sorry, invalid, my fault, restoring. So maybe work on your systems a little bit. It's halfway there. You know about it. So just know about it on the end where you're taking things down. And now the claims are getting super sloppy. In the beginning, the claims were at least feasible. And you could think that, yes, this is, Google might think I have stolen. However, right now, and this is not one-off, I see tons of these, the attackers are submitting the same website. So your website, one page, another page from your own website saying you stolen from yourself. So let's say Amazon is reporting Amazon. Amazon.de is reporting Amazon.de because they stolen from themselves. And they still take it down. The system doesn't check what has been submitted. The system doesn't check if the content is anywhere near. It doesn't check if it's the same website. So obviously, and I think this is like sort of Sherlock. We all know this. You didn't steal from yourself and then consciously thought you're gonna report yourself to Google that you're stealing from yourself. This does not exist, dear Google. This does not exist. How come you're so stupid that you're taking down these pages? How can one huge technological company be this sloppy? I'm not saying don't act. I know it's US legislation, but you cannot be this sloppy in your claims. And of course, I follow up. So I would write and write and write. And they don't care. I just get this AI generated answer saying, this is the process you should follow if this is a DMCA claim. So I replied, yes, I know how to do DMCA claims, darling. This is not the problem. And I followed up. And by now I'm getting answers from humans when I'm trying to explain them exactly what I said. My client didn't steal from himself. And he definitely didn't let you know that he's stolen or not stolen from himself. So if I get any further, fingers crossed, I will let you know how this is going. And of course, I am hoping after all of this that Google will at least start to review the URLs in the claim, because this is absolutely horrible. Thank you for being here with me. And if you are seeing any of this, let me know. If you are seeing any other problems that I have not covered, let me know. I will look into it and we can try to fight this together. Be strong, my friends.